The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and germs and bald-headed worms? Welcome into another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you are following me on all of my social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, a song, a video, something you'd like me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to leave it in the comments below, do me a favor, join the I Concur Army. All you have to do to join the ICA is give the comments a cursory read through. If you see that your suggestion has already been made, all you have to do is leave a like on that comment and reply with 2 words, I concur. That will help my old burnout resin-coated DJ brain put everything into a nice little organized list, and then I can get it into the handy-dandy notebook. And if you are going to hit me up with a DM on social media, please, no spamming. Unless it's actual spam. I will take that. I eat actual spam. Mix it up with some mac and cheese. Cut it up in some scrambled eggs. Now you're speaking my language. Real spam I can handle. Internet spam, not a fan. Also, every Saturday at 2 p.m., we go live. It is the Wild Side Live. 2 hours of fun and frivolity and you asking me anything. I'll answer your questions about the radio industry, music industry, my thoughts and about radio and all that other stuff. The only rule is no politics, no religion. Every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time, the Wild Side Live, your opportunity to hang out with me for 2 hours, man. How can you not do that? Before we get to today's video, I want to thank Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music to See, Gothic Jewelry, and of course, Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. They are the proud sponsors of the Wild Side with Eric Clark, and I thank them every chance I get. Today's video is coming sort of from the chat and sort of from social media. So in the chat, people were asking me about radio and, you know, how like a typical shift goes and stuff like that. And I was just talking about intros and how you queue up a song and you hear it a few times. And so, you know, in 1 week, a new song, you heard the intro, you know, played on the air 20 times, queued up another 30, 40 times, so you're familiar. So they asked me about the game show Name That Tune, and I said I would be horrible at that. And they were like, why would you be horrible at Name That Tune? Because every time I've watched it and every time I've seen it, from the classic version to the new version, it's not the song being played. It's like an orchestra playing it or a DJ doing it weird or throwing an effect on it or something like that. So I'm not that good at that because what I'm going to hear is another song in my head that sounds familiar. And then once that song gets in my head, I'm stuck on that song. So it's hard for me to sift through once I tell myself that's what it is. It's hard to argue with myself. I lose quite often. So somebody sent me a 1-second music quiz. Like, why would, like a 1-second music quiz? The channel is In Bloom, and I'll link everything down below. And one of my subscribers said, hey, try this. And I thought, dude, a 1-second music quiz? That is not a lot of time. And 60s to 90s? That's pretty broad. It's not telling me what the genre is or anything. It's just saying 1-second song quiz, 60s to 90s. So I'm interested to see how poorly I will do, because if it's not classic rock, if it's not rock and roll, I'm going to be quite lost. So it is the 1-second song quiz. By all means, play along at home. You can keep score if you want to. I'm not going to keep score because it's going to be absolutely humiliating. It is the 1-second song quiz. Here we go. Thank you, In Bloom. Looks fun. All right. 1 second of the beginning to a song will play twice. You have 10 seconds to think about your answer. Okay. Here we go. Of course. I don't know it, but it sounds very white and disco-y, bordering on like early 80s synthwave, but I don't know it. It's white and disco. Right out of the gate. Okay, I'll take that one. That's a layup, right? This is a layup. This is Aerosmith, Dream On. Okay. So I'm 1 for 1 here. Didn't know the ABBA. I'm not feeling too confident about this. Eyelash in my eye. Okay. That is Dexy's Midnight Runners, Come On Eileen. I think it's actually, it was Kevin Rowland and the Dexy's Midnight Runners, right?
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear, at this moment, you mean everything.
Side note, this is horrible. This is why I'm going to be at the end of the bar in hell. A buddy of mine lost his leg, and we were at his home one night after he retired, and we were chatting, and it was just us guys and their wives and girlfriends milling about. And we got to talking, and I had a couple pops. And I said, hey, man, you need to do me a favor. He said, what? I said, this Halloween, you need to dress as a woman and not wear your prosthetic and smear mayonnaise across your dress and go as Come On Eileen. Nobody thought that was funny except me. I heard that snippet right there. All right. There's the Bathrooms on the Right. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Now that's all you're going to hear. There's the Bathrooms on the Right.
Don't go around tonight, well, it's bound to take your dad. There's a bathroom on the right.
And Lodi. I love Lodi. Lodi is a great song from CCR. Just a fantastic pocket that they're in that song. It's a great tune. Just like the one-winged dove flopping around in a circle. That is Stevie Nicks, Edge of 17 from Belladonna. Flopping around in a circle. That is Foo Fighters, Learn to Fly. I haven't been able to hear Foo Fighters since 2015. It hurts just to hear that riff. That hurts. If anyone ever asks what's a sexy riff, Barracuda. Heart, Little Queen. Dude. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'm not a fan. I mean, they're not in my top 10, but of course that's the Beatles with Help. I recognize their importance and their place in the pantheon.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around.
And I will say this, they're geniuses at less is more. They were absolutely brilliant in the compacting of their pop songs. And it was perfect. They're perfect pop songs. They really are. They really are. Oh, I need a hero. It's the heart chick, Bonnie Tyler. I need a hero. I need a hero. Sort of right. Oh, Kelly's getting back at me today. That is Olivia Newton-John, Hopelessly Devoted to You. And I know that because my late wife was a huge fan of Olivia Newton-John. We have a lot of her music, and that was her go-to on a Saturday afternoon while we were piddling around the house. That was the Grease soundtrack, Olivia Xanadu. when she was a little girl, she used to roller skate to Xanadu in the basement. Everybody knew the story. I mean, yeah, it was. So I've heard a lot of Olivia Newton-John, especially this track. Yeah.
But now there's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside.
Getting me today, sweetheart.
My head
Getting me today.
hopelessly.
That is Donna Summer, I Feel Love. And the Blue Man Group does a really good version of it, too, with that female singer. But yeah, it's Donna Summer. Dude, I DJ'd a gay bar. And I should have known that ABBA. But yeah, that's like a 1 a.m. track. Midnight to 1 a.m. It's before everybody gets sloppy. It's before everybody gets sloppy and after everybody gets the nerves out of their system, right? So you don't want to play that track in the early part of the evening when people are still finding their place in the battlefield, because that's what a nightclub is. It's a battle of genitalia, and when you're DJing that, you have to know how to manipulate people. This is a midnight to 1 a.m. track. This is peak of your night track, right? This is when everyone's, if they're rolling, they're peaking, they're still not sloppy drunk, right? Have their faculties, they're in it. It is a great club track, especially the 7-8 minute extended version. You get some good lights going. My light guy was fantastic. He was brilliant. And he would get all into it as well. It's a fantastic club track. Another one. This sounds like Beat Surrender by The Jam, but it's not. It's I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. Yeah, it sounds like Beat Surrender, though. Yep. Will the gay men please report to the dance floor? Joan Jett. Yeah. Maple Heights. Was it Maple Heights, Ohio skating rink at the Northgate Mall? Yeah, that's my connection to that song. That sounds like Madman Across the Water by Elton John, but it's not. Now I can't get Elton John.
This is what you get when you make.
I should have known this. Unlike all of the radio personalities of my generation, I don't think Radiohead is the greatest band that's ever lived. I know a lot of people of my time and in that period thought, and articles have been written, college courses have been taken about the genius of Tom York and OK Computer and Radiohead. I'm not that guy. My ex-roommate was, though. My ex-roommate was Radiohead guy. And I don't know if you've ever lived with a Radiohead guy, but I would assume it would be living with, like, the Wire guy or air fryers, okay? Like, that's what it became for me. And I've heard enough Radiohead in the background while playing PlayStation. I should have known that, but maybe because of the trauma, I've blocked all of their sounds out of my head, except for the song Creep, which we played on the radio. And even I didn't think that. We've pulled that back as well. We weren't those dudes. Sorry if I offended anybody, but I'm not sorry. Song's been everywhere for the past 6 months, and everyone's been pretending like no one ever heard of Kate Bush and Running Up That Hill before. Dude, it's an iconic song. That's why it's used. Somebody correct me down below, but I believe Anke van Giersbergen from The Gathering did a cover of this with Steven Seagulls in a shed somewhere. If it's out there, someone link it down below. That'd be cool. Pennywise does a fantastic cover of this. This is Kim Wilde, Kids in America. And Pennywise does a really good cover of this. Yeah, that's
We're the kids in America. We're the kids in America. Everybody lives for the music around.
Which teen angst 80s movie was that in? Wasn't it in like there's a movie with Matt Dillon where kids take over a school, or they take over a town by locking their parents in a school. Well, now I've got the Legend of Billie Jean. It was like around that time. Oh. Yeah, that's Killer Queen by Queen. Again, another one of those, when someone says, how did you know that? I always look at them and go, how do you not?
She's a killer queen, got bad agility, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind.
That is Layla, Derek and the Dominoes. Quick story for you, by the way, and I did a video about this. Eric Clapton was in Miami struggling to finish this record. And a few years prior, he had heard Wilson Pickett's cover of the Beatles song Hey Jude, and was such a fan of it that he had to know who was playing guitar on that song Hey Jude, the cover with Wilson Pickett. And it was Duane Allman when Duane Allman was at Muscle Shoals. So from that, Jerry Wexler in New York launched Capricorn label out of Macon, Georgia, and signed the Allman Brothers and sent them out on the road after recording their first album. While on the road playing in Miami, Eric Clapton showed up to the event, went backstage, and asked Duane Allman if he could come to the studios and help Derek and the Dominoes finish the album. So most of the guitar playing you're hearing in Layla is Duane Allman. A lot of people mistake it for Clapton. Most of it is, especially towards the end, the slide, that's Duane Allman. But I just think it's really surreal that you come off stage in Miami and Eric Clapton is standing backstage asking if you could do him a favor. And I call it that one time God asked a redneck to steal a Beatles wife. And that's the story of Layla. If that makes any sense. I hope that made sense. I rarely do. That's classic. I'm looking at the record. It's Le Freak by Chic, N. Rogers. That's what the record would say, N. Rogers. I got to fight this one because I want to say Beatles Day in the Life, but it's not. It's ELO, Mr. Blue Sky. One of my favorite songs.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long.
But he was such a huge fan of the Beatles that you could hear it. So that's why I got confused there for a second.
Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky.
Will always be on a playlist for me. Will always be on a playlist. Oh, that's Nirvana. It's from the album where all the songs sound alike. Right? Yes. Crap. Sorry, fans, but this is the album where they all sound alike. I know I just pissed everyone. Yes, that is Just a Girl, no doubt. I met them in Knoxville when they were on the road with Bush, and I realized Gavin Rossdale is too beautiful to stand next to. I legit made another guy move because I was standing next to him, and I was like, dude, there's no way I'm going to stand next to this guy in a photograph because it's just going to make me uglier. It's going to make me look that much more worse than I already do, and I'm not going to have that. That's how beautiful Gavin Rossdale was. Crazy. Ghostbusters, Ray Parker Jr. Wasn't there a lawsuit with Huey Lewis and the I Want a New Drug? I think there was. Wasn't there like a court case or something? Pretty sure there was. I like his song, The Other Woman. It's one of my favorite Ray Parker songs. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Dude. Set the standard, didn't it? That riff right there set the standard. That's how good that riff is. That's how good that album is. Yep. Crazy how impactful that simple riff is. Crazy impactful. Oh, Pink Floyd, The Wall, 2 albums of My Dad Died in the War and I Hate School. There's your album. Good record. Some good songs on it. Collectively, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. Talking Heads, Psycho Killer. Got the album right there. Yeah.
Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Who recently did a cover of this? Was that The Warning? That female rock band, The Warning? Did they do that? That's Tupac. That's the Tupac, right? Not the original that it's lifted from. That's Tupac, California Love. Yeah. I thought it was a song that was taken, the sample was taken from. I can't get a hold of it. My dad used... It's Ray Charles, Hit the Road Jack. If you asked my dad for something, and he said no, and you in any way, shape, or form asked why or asked again, he would literally sing this song to you. And if my mom were nearby and overheard that, she would... I'm peeling onions here. She would come in with a little dance and start singing along in your face. You're 9 and you have these 2 grown adults. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come. And my mom's in the background doing the no more. I mean, it was a whole production just to ask my dad for 50 cents to go get some ice cream from the Mr. Frost, Mr. Freeze that driving around. Hit the road, Jack. It's like, you could have just said no another time, dude. Yeah, that's my childhood right there, in case you're wondering why this is. Yeah. Now all I see is my mom standing there with her big hair, because it's 70s, and my dad sitting at the table in his work clothes, just in your face, looking you dead in the eye, and singing this song. Oh, geez, the memories. And my mom in the background. Good Lord. Oh, fall of 91. Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away. That album, Breaking the Girl, is probably my favorite song on that record, without a doubt. Four times I've seen them live. They're great every time. I want to say Nick Gilder. No, I want to say Summer in the City, but it's not. It's that chick group from earlier. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, Aerosmith covered them, didn't they? Walking in the Sand? Remember Walking in the Sand?
Walking in the sand.
Aerosmith covered this. Yep.
Walking hand in hand.
That's right. Oh, dude, that is Black Magic Woman, written by Peter Green of Fleetwood Mac, Santana, Abraxas, quite possibly one of the greatest album covers ever.
Got a black magic woman.
Oh,
Got a black magic woman. I've got a black magic woman.
Greg Rowley on that Hammond B3. Oh, this is gross. I worked Active Rock, dude. That's Marcy Playground. Again, I've got the record right there. Section Candy, yeah. That was the decade. So I call this the era of Harold music. A lot of the music during this time, late 90s, early 2000s, all the singers would do this Harold thing, right? You hear it in Pearl Jam, you hear it in Marcy Playground, you hear it in Godsmack, you hear it in all of it. It's Harold. So it's not hair music, it's Harold music.
Smell sex and candy here.
I know he says here, but
Who's that lounging in my chair?
oh, dude. I don't know. That wasn't the beginning of the song, was it? No. And again, this is my wife coming back at me. Should have listened to more of this in the car with me. The Offspring. Offspring. The Kids Aren't All Right. From Americana? I think it's Americana. Good interview. The Police with Eddie Murphy in a jail cell. That is Roxanne. Or Eddie Murphy in a jail cell from 48 Hours. Either one, I think, should be acceptable. I think a lot of people have overlooked or forgotten how really good the first through Ghost in the Machine were. Zenyatta Mandata, Outlandis D'Amore, Regatta de Blanc, Ghost in the Machine. I would say the second side of Synchronicity with like Miss Grindenko and Tea in the Sahara, Walking in Your Footsteps. These are just really, really fantastic records that I think sometimes because the hits get so commercialized, people are overlooking the collection of absolute brilliance that is this three-piece band right here. I mean, just absolutely brilliant. And this guy right here, Stuart Copeland, one of the greatest drummers of our generation. Incredible band. That is Today by the Smashing Pumpkins from Siamese Dream. And I have this CD and I don't own anything after it because Gish is the only Smashing Pumpkins CD. This has a little bit of Gish still in it. But nothing's better than Gish. That is Three Dog Night 1. One is the loneliest number. Great ending to a song, by the way. They really, the crescendo of this song is brilliant. Seriously, those dudes looked 70s. I think we're alone now. It's Tiffany or Debbie Gibson? How do I know this and not The Cure? I hate my brain. Hate my brain. What's love got to do with it? Or is it Sting? Oh, now I've confused myself. Thank you. I really thought that was Sting. Be Still My Beating Heart. Dude. That is Trevor Horn and Buggles with Video Killed the Radio Star, and never, ever, ever will you live a more prophetic piece of music.
Video killed the radio star. Video killed the radio star. Pictures came and broke your heart.
Dude. Oh, why do I want to say Red Hot Chili Peppers again? But it's not. Say It Ain't So. Weezer. Oh. Yep. I took her photo. That is Jim Rome's in the video. Blink 182. What's my age again? There we go.
And that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you when you're 23. And I still more abuse my TV shows. What the hell
Jamie Ludner, something like that. Who's the 99 Luftballons, Nina, 99 Red Balloons, and Goldfinger. Goldfinger does a really good version of this, and they do it in German. Yeah, so yeah, that was actually Goldfinger does a really good cover of that, and they sing it mostly in English, but the last verse they do in German. Yeah, Nina, 99 Red Balloons. Back when Cold War and nuclear holocaust was around every corner, this was just another one of those tracks that talked about it, like "It's a Mistake" by Men at Work. Other bands, like it was all the rage. Canary in a Coal Mine, excuse me. So there you go. 1 second song quiz, 60s to 90s. I'm still mad I didn't get The Cure, because again, I have all their music because my late wife was such a huge fan, and I've heard enough of it that I should have known that. So I was very upset by that. So thank you very much for that. That was fun. It was interesting. In Bloom is the channel. I'll link everything down below. Maybe I'll check out their channel, see if there's anything more accustomed to my speed, because some of those were just throwing me for a loop. And ABBA, I should have known that ABBA. But anyway, so thank you very much. Again, if there's a song, a band, a video, a quiz, something you want me to check out, by all means, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you want to leave it in the comments below, be a part of the I Concur Army. All you have to do is like a comment, reply with I Concur. You're now a member of the I Concur Army. Every Saturday at 2, the I Concur Army meets virtually for the Wild Side Live. 2 p.m. Central Time, we go live right here. I answer all your questions, have all your chats with you. The only thing is no politics, no religion. That's just how it is, man. It's fun and frivolity. 2 hours every Saturday, starting at 2 p.m. Central Time. It is the Wild Side Live. Make sure you're following me on all the social media platforms. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.